What's up, guys? Luis Garcia of Garcia Effect here, and today we are talking about jumping higher. Now, if you want to jump higher, there are no shortcuts here, okay? You're gonna have to put in the work. Now, is there exercises and techniques that you could do to improve your vert faster? Yes, but before we get into that, we need to talk about a few things. The first thing we're gonna talk about is putting your feet into the ground harder, okay? This is your ground force production. Simple physics tells us that for every reaction, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So when I'm jumping, the more force I can put into the ground, the more force is gonna come up and propel me up into the air. That's simple physics. The second thing is pushing our feet into the ground faster. What is our rate of force production, okay? Can we use our elasticity to our benefit? So our muscles have something called elasticity, and you can kind of think of it like a rubber band. The quicker I can produce force, the more I'm gonna use that elasticity to my benefit, and the higher I'm gonna end up jumping. Now, each rep must be done with 100% intensity and 100% effort. A vertical jump is just a 1 rep max of how much force you can put into the ground. So if you're not going 100% on these exercises, you're gonna get subpar results, all right? So let's get into our exercises. The first exercise is toe squats. So I'm gonna go down into a squat, and then I'm gonna come up into a calf raise, putting all of my weight onto my big toe. Now, why am I doing that? So we have a muscle called the flexor hallucis longus. We must understand the action and the attachment of this muscle. This muscle crosses the ankle joint and attaches on the bottom of the big toe. What it does is flexes the big toe. Our big toe is the last point of contact on the ground before we do our jump. So a little bit of extra strength with that muscle can literally mean inches onto your max vertical jump. A lot of athletes overlook this, and it's a huge reason why they're not getting vertical jump gains. Drop jumps. Like we mentioned earlier, rate of force production. If you want to jump higher, you need to increase the speed you are attacking the ground. So with this exercise, we have an emphasis on our descent. Now, I'm gonna step up to a box, I'm gonna drop with good form, and then I'm jumping up as quickly as I can, as high as I can. All right, this is gonna work on our stretch reflex and our rate of force production. This is something that you need to work on, not just when you're testing your max vert, but also in your training as well. Now, the third one we're gonna talk about is our kneeling to feet jumps. Now, if you're like me and you have sensitive knees, which this can irritate that, you might wanna put a foam pad or a towel under your knees before you do this exercise. Now, a little detail that's very, very important. The power from this exercise is gonna come all from my hips. So as I go up to jump, I need to squeeze my glutes and do what is called hip extension. When we're trying to jump higher, hip extension is one of the most important factors, all right? So I'm starting with this good range of motion, my butt close to my heels. I'm gonna do this explosive hip extension, and then I'm gonna get my feet under me. So from here, I'm gonna pop up, and I'll get my feet under me, then I can go right back down to the ground. Now, I'm gonna show you guys a way to regress this exercise and progress this exercise for someone that might not be able to do this, or that this might be way too easy for. So for those who can't perform the kneeling to feet jumps, here's how we're gonna regress. We're gonna attach a band to something, and we're gonna put that band around our waist, all right? Just how we just talked about. Hip extension is key. So what we're gonna work on here is exactly that. My hips sit back, close to my ankles. I'm squeezing my glutes, bringing my hips up into that hip extension. Nice and slow on the way back. Explode up, squeezing the glutes. Eventually, once you've gotten good enough at this and explosive enough with this movement, you can then progress to doing the jump and getting your feet under. So if you find the kneeling to feet jumps too easy, we're gonna progress it, and we're gonna add a max vert jump to it as well. So I'm gonna pop up to my feet, and then I'm gonna jump as high as I can, as quickly as I can. So I'm here, up to my feet, jumping as high as I can on every single rep. So there it is. Use these tips and techniques in your own training programs to efficiently and effectively increase your verticals. Also, if you found this video helpful, leave a comment on other topics that you might want me to cover. Also, hit that like and hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, if you're looking for training, rehab programs, or supplements, head over to GarciaEffectOfficial.com and check them out. See you later, guys. #GarciaEffect.